Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Calmsden Farms with me, CWATTYESO here in Farming Simulator 22. I am still doing this sugar beet harvesting contract that I took at the end of the last episode. It's not been smooth sailing, I'll admit. I've had some issues with the equipment, specifically that truck and trailer. It has a massive problem on this map in that get to the sell point, which is down here. It's got to come back along the main road past field 23, and at the little sort of junction here at the bottom of the hill before it heads back up the hill towards our farm and the cow farm area. It's basically got to hang a right, and then it's got to go up that really steep hill all the way up here to get to the sell point. The problem is the truck will not turn right. It gets stuck because of the how steep that hill is. It absolutely gets stuck, so it can't actually navigate through that area. So I was like, okay, how am I going to get the truck to go where I want it to go, which is basically down here? And what I've had to do is I've had to record a course, an auto drive course that basically goes around the edges of the fields onto the main road. I basically drive around the edge of field 19. So basically he comes down here, drives down this edge here, drives along the bottom of field 19. He then comes through, because there are markers here, and there's an entrance here. He then comes through here, and then he's able to turn onto the main road, come down, come into here. We then run into the next problem that I have with auto drive on this particular map with the layout that it has got, is that the trailer and truck and trailer is too long for the sell point, which means when it actually gets to the marker here to sell, it can't actually tip because the rear of the trailer isn't actually over the sell point. So what I'm having to do manually, is tab to him once he reaches the sell point, turn off the auto drive, manually drive forward just enough that the rear of the trailer gets on the grate, tip the sugar beets, then enable the auto drive to come back to the farm automatically, so I can carry on doing the harvesting. Yeah, it's not been working brilliantly, I have to say. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it would do to do this contract because of that. In the meantime, though, our field number 2 has been completely seeded with oilseed radish. The rain has stopped. That was a short shower. It also didn't stop me harvesting during the rain. I'm able to harvest sugar beet with this machine in the rain. There was no message popping up about yield. Don't harvest in the rain, it reduces yield or anything like that. So it's all good. You're perfectly allowed to harvest sugar beets with this equipment in the rain. Right, I'm going to unload me again in a minute. The contract is currently sitting at about 81% complete, with this much of the field left to harvest. So I'm hoping there's going to be some sugar beets left over. I am. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to divert some of that sugar beet to the sugar factory, sugar mill. I could do with some sugar being made. Lower that. Okay, I'll just send the message. I want auto drive to come and unload me. It has been kind of just sitting there. It's a bit weird in a sense because the harvester capacity is around just over about 4,200 litres or something like that. The trailer's capacity is 59,000 and a couple of hundred litres. So it's a bit awkward for me to actually harvest enough sugar beets in one go. Fill him completely so he goes off and empties whilst I'm then filling up again. Usually I end up harvesting quite a bit more sugar beet than I really need to, which means I've ended up waiting. I'm sat waiting for him to come back from the sell point. This is where it usually causes a bit of a problem because he gets a little bit too close. And he crashes into me a little bit there. If he's driving towards me in that direction. If he comes at me from the correct direction, from behind, not a problem. But if he drives towards me head on, he seems to drive into me all the time. Even though he's not actually trying to unload me. So, yeah, there's obviously still some little gremlins in the auto drive mod that I'm sure the mod maker is busily trying to iron out in his next update. Future updates. Right, he should be full now. He should go off and empty. Well, he won't empty. He'll drive to the sell point at least. I've also stopped him doing that crazy turning around nonsense at the end of the field. He actually does drive straight out the field now. Apparently when I was doing my two-way entry and exits into the field marker, I had missed one of the dots. Always trying to drive into a tree there, but off he goes. So yeah, one thing I've learnt then from this contract is maybe trucks and trailers are not a good combination on this map. They're a little bit too big. not very manoeuvrable, and they really do struggle with that hill. With that hill down towards like the DJ area and that, they absolutely struggle. So that's a lesson for me that I'm going to need a tractor, and if I get a bigger trailer, I want a tractor and a big trailer for the tractor. I don't want to be messing around with lorries and articulated trailers and stuff, semi-trailers, because they don't really fit on the map properly. And they have issues though, and at the sell points as well, they're just too big, they're too long. We need short trailers for it, really, to hit all the different triggers, cell triggers and stuff. As you can see, he's off to drive around the edge of that field. I'm going to end up waiting for him again, unfortunately, by the looks of it. I am hoping that it's not going to be too long before we've completed the selling part of the contract. We've sold enough sugar beets. We've only just got the harvesting bit to finish off. The harvesting element. I'm hoping with the way that the sugar beets yield, we're going to be able to, like I say, hopefully switch the truck driver over shortly, and have him actually be able to go and deliver at the sugar factory instead. Now, I haven't set up a course for selling at the sugar factory. Or I can organise that. I am sadly at 76%, so I'm going to get full again in a minute. Another problem I've had is if I tried to do things the opposite way round. If I had an AI driver driving the harvester here, and I manually controlled the truck to do the unloading side of things, the problem I had with that is if I waited until the sugar beet harvester was completely full and he had stopped and piped out, when the AI worker pipes out, he pipes out completely, and then that was too low for the truck. The truck trailer would hit it, so I couldn't physically unload the truck, the harvester, because the AI would pipe out too far. I always bring the pipe back up and fold the little bit over at the top, and that allows the trailer to get under it to empty. But the AI doesn't do that, so that was a problem. If I kind of drove alongside the harvester whilst it was running, and then it put the pipe out as I was alongside it, so the pipe basically folded down onto the trailer, it would unload. However, I also ran into that same issue that I had in Farm Sim 19, where as soon as the harvester was empty, the AI driver would stop and say he was finished, completed task, even though the rest of the field clearly still needed harvesting. And even though he hadn't actually maybe finished the row he was on, he would stop every time. So there's a weird bug in the game, weird glitch, which is still present, that was present in FS19, where for some reason these sugar beet harvesters, if you have an AI drive them and you manually unload them, as soon as you've unloaded them and they are empty, they stop and think they've completed their job. Right, so here we are, we're at the sell point. I just have to drive forward just a fraction, just that little bit. To empty the sugar beet. Oh, we are 99% transported, ladies and gents. So start the driver off again. He's able to go back to the store. What I'm going to do very quickly then is, whilst he's driving back to the field, I need to repair this tractor very quickly, because as you can see, it's a bit wrecked. $3,000, repair 70 quid. Okay. I know there's a repair shop trigger inside this building, and yes, I have used it before. There is the repair trigger in there. I've just found it a little bit easier to place one outside, because certainly for repairing like the combine, it's a lot easier if I don't have to drive into the shed. So the reason I'm bringing the tractor down here is I'm going to record a course for selling at the sugar mill. Whilst the truck driving back to the field, it's going to take a while, and I can't do any more harvesting because I need emptying, unloading. So I might as well record this very, very quickly and get this all set up. We can come in and out this way. No, move them back. Trying to sort these out, so that when the guy comes up here with a trailer, yeah, I really want that. That's the one that's got him. Because we don't want him hitting that sale sign. Right, now I do believe the mill is here. So What point there? Points there. I'm going to set that one as being my sugar factory. Drop that in there. Right. Please can you go back to the tool shed for me, sir? Excellent. Right. Here he comes. He's made it back. He'll just come and unload me. Should be a nice straight run for him this time. That's it. Thank you, Mr. Truck. Don't worry, I'll be with you again shortly. Get the truck, he's at 3/4, 2/3 full. Check the contract. Contract is at 90% complete. We're not a million miles away here. Oh, bugger. That's a problem. I need some fuel now. I've run out of fuel. Oh my god, I've done a Mr. Helgi. I'm never going to live that down now. That's been recorded. That's been captured on video. Forever. See what? He ran out of fuel. Oh no, that doesn't happen to me. I'm normally pretty good at refueling vehicles, but wow, that field must be massive then. For that thing to run out of fuel during the harvesting. That is not great. That's not good. Yeah, because the thing is, though, where on the map can I get diesel from? Is there an area? Is there somewhere that I can buy it? I'm going to lease one of them temporarily. Right. We'll give them... I'll buy them a refill station for fuel. And we must go and refill that harvester quickly. I'm only going to take a 500 litres. I'm not filling the whole thing up. I just want enough to be able to finish that field. Literally, just enough to finish that field. Because it's not my machine. Not my harvester. It's borrowed. You know, I should really say to the farmer who I'm doing the contract for, hey, dude, why didn't you fill the machine up with diesel before you gave it to me? Run out in the middle of the field and I'm having to buy my own fuel. Come to my own rescue. Can't even have the truck doing something useful and unloading for me, because without the engine running I can't unload and I can't pipe out. So I'm screwed either way, so we have to refuel it. But that is that's not something that normally happens to me. I'm normally pretty quite, you know, disciplined in refueling my equipment, and I don't never run out of fuel in a field. Doesn't happen. I know, like I say, my friend has had it happen to him many times. Because he never looks, he never checks what the fuel gauge situation is like. He just jumps in a machine and drives off to a field. He never checks it. He also never thinks, as he's driving past the fuel pump, to just top the machine up. You know, top the machine up a little bit, you know, parking him well out of the way. Summon worker. Bearing in mind, I'm only 8% full. I know. Thought I'd lifted up a little bit too early there. But it might have only just been weeds that I got. A bit further away this time. Just sit here for a moment, let him come, because that 12,760 litres should fill him. Should fill him, and then he'll go off. We'll complete the selling portion of the contract, and then basically all these sugar beets that are left are mine. All these sugar beets belong to me. Yeah? And off he goes. Sun is slow setting here on the farm. Can't believe I've had to lease a fuel truck. I've had to lease a fuel truck, buy some fuel because I ran out. Oh, I mean, that's a typical Clarksonish thing to do, though, isn't it, really? You have to admit. %, full. I think this time when he gets full and the harvester gets full, I'm going to switch the engine off this time whilst I'm waiting for the truck. I'm not going to sit here running the motor, just burning fuel. %, complete. Okay. Okay. Let's stop him there. Truck has made it. Need him to unload. Wrong button. Right, we've been selling. Stop selling. We're now going to send you instead to the sugar factory. But first, come back to the field. If you'd be so kind. Right, he's on his way back. Let's carry on harvesting then. Might as well let the harvester get completely full, and then he's got a full load to take off to the sugar mill. We was getting paid, so we know we've delivered everything. I've completed the delivery part element of the contract. I've now just got to finish the harvesting part. And that's a lot of sugar beets left to harvest, really. That is quite a lot of sugar beets left to harvest still. Well, I'm going to come out of it okay, I think, because like I say, I think the sugar beets that we're going to turn into sugar is going to be a better value product. So, although people will say, well, the contract really wasn't paying that much, you know, you're quite right. This contract, 31,000 for sugar beet harvesting, probably not that much money, given the size of the field, but I think with the amount of crop that we're going to take away from this field, I don't think it's too bad. Right. Just need to turn the engine off then and wait for the truck. Here he comes. He's on his way. Do me a favour. Take that back to... Take that back to the shop store for me. You're going to drive through the hedge. Right. No, he's driving around the field. He's going to drive around and he's going to go out the exit point. That's what he's doing. He was just working out his route. Fair enough. You should definitely be full. No, he's decided he's got enough stuff that he's going to go off and deliver it to the sugar factory. Probably going to be enough, I would think, on this field for me to get nearly another trailer up. He's off. The other fella's going to reach the store. $98. $9. So yeah, I'll get another trailer load off of this field, without a doubt. And at that point, then I'll say, thank you very much, farmer. I appreciate the job. I appreciate the work you've given me today. But I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. Contract on field 20 is finished. What route would he have taken? He's going up that way. He's going all the long way round, look. No, I tell you what, he's nowhere near sold yet. He's got to go all the way over here. I'm not going to see him again today, ladies and gentlemen. And neither are you, because we've reached that time where it's the end of the video, sadly. So, thank you everybody for watching today's episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please make sure you've clicked that like button before you head off. Please also check and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not doing so already, and that you've got your notification bell enabled. Please leave me your comments in the comment section down below, and share the video with everyone you can, everywhere you can. I've been CWATTY. This has been Calmsden Farms. This has been a sugar beet contract to remember, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care of yourselves, stay safe. Goodbye for now.